welcome to another episode of Dolls in Depth, the series where I describe each doll in my collection, how I got them, and their personality. In this week's episode, I will be talking about Nellie. So, Nellie has an interesting story that dates all the way back to when I first joined AGTube. The first channel I watched on AGTube and got obsessed with was Mixie67. I began watching Micah's channel at around December of 2019, and ever since that point, I was obsessed with Micah's doll collection, but especially her Nellie. I thought her Nellie was the prettiest doll, and I really wanted one of my own. However, little did I know that this doll was like a harder to find doll, especially secondhand, and especially during the pandemic. Regardless, it was very annoying. I didn't like that. I wanted a Nellie doll, and I didn't want to have to pay $150 for one Nellie. I also wanted a doll with freckles because I think freckles on dolls is just so adorable. I love freckles on dolls. This bad luck kind of turned a bit better at around June of 2021, where I found the first Nellie, and she was on eBay for about $60. I was like highly considering buying it, but did not end up buying it because I had a lot of dolls at that time. I had already at that point received 2 dolls like that previous month, so I was a little hesitant to add another one so soon in my collection, so I didn't end up buying it, which I soon realized was a very silly idea. So went back to the listing after realizing I should probably buy this doll, and the listing was gone. So then over the course of like several months, I scoured the strawberry blonde American Girl doll search results on eBay until eventually in like August, July-ish of 2021, I found her. I found the Nellie I would end up buying. So she literally arrived on the second day of school in like August of 2021. It was a very exciting day for me. I literally was out of my seat the whole day waiting for this doll to show up. This Nellie was still decently cheap, but it was also very rougher of a condition than the other one. So immediately when receiving her, like, her stuffing kind of looks weirdly stuffed. She has these weird limbs. Like, they would be loose and floppy in some positions, but then tight in other positions. It was just really strange. And most glaringly of all, she had Sharpie all over her fingernails, her lips, and one on each earlobe to look like earrings, on top of something at the bottom of her foot that says, like, "Hello, my name is Cheyenne." So, of course, getting the marker off was the first thing I was concerned about, which meant I got, for the very first time, to try the benzoyl peroxide treatment. Although I did a lot of things wrong with this treatment, such as not detaching the limbs before doing a treatment on her, it surprisingly went very smoothly, and only after like a few treatments I was able to get the marks at least mostly off her face. Only 2 things I wasn't able to get off was the "Hello, my name is Cheyenne" at the bottom of her foot, and also the fake Sharpie earrings. For the fake Sharpie earrings, I ended up taking her to American Girl Place Chicago and getting her ears pierced for real this time. Maybe in homage of the girl who wanted to pierce her doll's ears but didn't know how, so she just drew them on the doll. But also, what worked really well about this is they also happened to pierce the ears like right where the Sharpie was, so now you also can't see the Sharpie on her ears anymore. Nellie was also the very first doll I ever took to an American Girl Place, which made this especially special. For the "Hello, my name is Cheyenne" thing, it wasn't that much of a big deal because it was just at the bottom of her foot. You could just hide it with a shoe. It wasn't that problematic, and it also kind of reminded me of like the Andy writing that's at the bottom of Woody's foot from Toy Story, which I thought was wholesome about this doll. One other cool thing about Nellie is she was also one of the first dolls I restrung myself, along with Eve as well. And although I didn't do it right the first time, I had to do it again the second time. I'm really appreciative of what I learned through the process. So ever since I got Nellie, I decided she would be a vintage girl. She is actually one of the few dolls whose personality stays consistent throughout her duration on my channel. In my videos, she is very extroverted and bubbly. Her best friend is Eve, who captures much of her extroversion. She's also very happy and whimsical. Her favorite holiday is Christmas, and she gets joy out of like the very like little things in life. She enjoys wearing vintage clothes and is fascinated by history, and will often wear an outfit from whatever time period she feels like expressing that day, though she especially enjoys 60s and 70s outfits. She's an overall sucker for older things and is completely nostalgic. I don't even know if that's the right word to describe it, for like stuff of the like 50s, 60s, 70s, and will mourn the TV shows of that era that are no longer airing. In spite of the fact, though, that she was born in 2006 and has never had a single childhood experience in those eras. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and comment below which doll you would like to see psychoanalyzed next. And yeah, bye!